Hi everybody, welcome to Khong Driving, and yes, today we have with us the all-new Nissan Navara. Well, this is the second of the mother truckers. The first one came out in 2008, and I still have the t-shirt from the last time. It says mother trucker, and this one is touted as the return of the mother trucker. So, but it's well, from the very first mother trucker, there are a lot of changes, and the biggest one of all is the front. This front is totally new, and it moves away from what we know of the Nissan mask. So this is the new mask, and is this what the new Nissans are going to look like? Well, we don't know, but from what I can see here, it looks really macho. Okay, so the Navara comes in quite a few variants. I think there are at least two, but the one that we're looking at now is the top of the range Pro 4X with everything. So in a nutshell, what this vehicle has is a more powerful engine, 190 PS and 450 Newton meters of torque, a 7-speed automatic gearbox. Of course, it's got part-time 4-wheel drive, and you can get 4 high, 2 high, 4 high, and also 4 low for rough and tough areas. Now, looking at the front, the Navara comes with a new grille, and this one is totally new. We've never seen this type of shape before, and this could be the new look for Nissan, but we're not sure. Now, this is in matte black, and there's a little bit of a grille here. There's a hole here. Maybe it's for you to fit a winch. I don't know. Okay, most important is the top of the range has got these LED lights. They are quad LED, and so they will give you very good illumination at night. Now, ground clearance, as a 4-wheel drive should be, is 225 mm. So this vehicle is actually a full 4x4 vehicle, despite the fact that it has an auto. But anyway, many years ago, we already proven that automatic transmissions are in fact easier to drive in off-road conditions than manuals. Of course, there are some things that are good for manual, but well, we part-time off-roaders have found that the auto is just as good. But I've never been off-road with a Nissan before. Never mind, we might do that one day. Now, these are fog lights, and they are also LED. They look like they're slightly different. And over at the front, you have the big Nissan grille, and there's a camera down here. Okay, the Navara comes with what Nissan calls the NIM system, which basically stands for Nissan Intelligent Mobility, and that includes front collision warning with braking. In other words, it will brake if you forget to brake. It also has lane departure warning, and on top of that, it has the normal blind spot warning. That means it tells you there's a car in your blind spot. It also has rear cross traffic alert and intelligent driver alert. If you feel sleepy while driving, you'll give you a beep and tell you to stop for a coffee. Okay, and it also has an intelligent round view monitor. That means it's got cameras along the sides and the back, and it can tell you what's surrounding you, including a feature called moving object detection. If there's any moving object inside the scope of the camera, it will give you a warning. And also, it has an off-road monitor. In other words, when you're off-road, you can turn on the monitor and see what's on your left, what's on your right, what's in front of you, what's behind you, when you're navigating through obstacles. Yeah, and it also has high beam assist and an electronic rear locking differential. Okay, so when you're going through mud and you find problem with traction, by engaging this electronic differential lock, it locks the two wheels together and makes them turn at the same speed, so that will help you get out of trouble. And on top of that, it has a brake LSD, which I said in my driving stint just now, that when you go through a corner, and when one wheel starts turning more than the other, or in other words, the inner wheel starts slipping, the brake system will brake on the inner wheel and thus transfer the drive to the outer wheel, giving you more grip around the corner. That's how LSDs work, but this is running on electronic, yeah? And of course, it has the hill descent control and hill start assist. Most vehicles have it now. And on top of that, it also has your normal vehicle dynamic control called VDC and traction control system. In terms of airbags, there are 6, and if you have kids, there are 2 ISOFIX points. So that's a very long list of safety items available on the Navara. And of course, there are 4 colors available, 3 new colors. One is called Stealth Gray, and this is called Burning Red. Then they have Pearl White, and another one that's existing is called Black Star. So starting from the front of the vehicle, we look at the wheels and we see double wishbone front suspension with 17-inch wheels and ventilated disc brakes at the front. Then we see there's okay, this is part of the 360 view camera, and this is burning red. You see a set of side steps that are quite neat, and then at the rear you have also 17-inch wheels and drum brakes. So this is a body on frame build, and you can see that is the ladder frame. Why is it called a ladder frame? I need to explain because somebody asked me before. It's because that frame inside there looks like a ladder with, you know, it's 2 pieces of this thing, and then they have these cross braces to make it stronger. And the entire body, this body is in 2 parts. The front part of the body and the rear deck is fitted onto the ladder frame. Now, here's a look at the rear suspension. This is unique because it's a live axle with multi-link, and I also see an anti-roll bar, and you can see there, that's the coil spring. So this gives the Navara an improved ride. And up there you can see a bit of the spare tire. You know? So over at the back you see some nice looking rear lights. These are not LED, they are bulb, and they have a little step for you to get up the rear deck easily, and that's again another camera, and this is the rear deck. Okay, so as usual they have the lining, but what Nissan have put in is this little rail there for you to tie your goods down. Okay, and on top of that they also have these little hooks or rings there for you to secure your cargo. Oh, it's very light. Yeah, closing this tailgate is very easy. See, I'm just using a little finger and it's quite easy. So over at the back of the roof, they have done away with that rollover bar that they used to have, and now it just comes like this. But you also see up there, there is an additional ski rack. Okay, so we can go skiing if we want. Here's looking at the engine of the Navara. Yes, it's a 2.5 liter engine, and you can see here on the side, on the left hand side, is where the turbo is. Yeah, and of course there is an intercooler. The intake comes from the right hand side, and it actually just sucks air from here, and this is where the intake is. Yes, there's tubing that goes into the air cleaner, and here is where the suck air from, so it's quite high. And looking at it from this point of view, you can say that yes, it will be quite easy to cross water or quite safe. Anyway, just for your information, the wading height is 600 mm, and that would be about the full tire covered in water. Yeah, so you don't see much of the engine, but it is actually mounted north-south, and it's aluminum. Yes, the block looks like it's aluminum, and it's very neat, but there's a cover there that hides most of it. The intercooler is down there. You can't see it through the slats, but it's there. And so this side is where the turbo is. And so drive is through the gearbox, a 7-speed automatic gearbox somewhere in the middle where you're sitting. And as said before, you get 190 PS with 450 Newton meters of torque. Okay, let's get into the car. I've locked it, and when you lock the car, you get this indication that it's locked because the mirrors will fold. And here is the key fob is locked. Let's see if I can open the door. Nope. Yes. So you press the button, you get the little whistle, and the door opens. So looking at it from the outside, you see leather seats and of course mechanical adjustment for height, for rake, and for reach. And it has this Pro 4X marking with red and white stitching. Then you have this leather stitching to give it a bit of a sporty look. So here's what the cabin looks like from the outside. Nowadays these trucks are very, very car-like. Let's have a look at the side here. You have the electrical controls, mirror control. Let's get into the car first. I'm going to get in and we're going to start the car. Press the start stop button. And there you are. Okay. So you get this welcome sign from Nissan. I'm going to slide the seat back a bit so we have a look at the steering wheel. Yeah, this is definitely car size. That's 6 inches, 12. Yeah, it's about 13 inches and it's quite nice. You have, of course, your controls here. This is for your cruise control. It has normal cruise control, yeah, no adaptive cruise control. And then you have your menu. You press OK and you move on. Okay, so you can see there fuel economy, and you keep on pressing. Tells you your trip meter, and you press the button. Then it tells you, oh, you're on radio, and tells you about your forward collision warning, your blind spot warning, on or off. Okay, so this vehicle has actually only gone 940 kilometers. Not very much because it's very, very new. On the right, you get your speedometer. We haven't checked the top speed. I have no idea what it is, but we have hit around here. Okay, and your fuel gauge on one side, and on this side you have your ref counter plus your temperature gauge. Pretty good. Now this is a 8-inch touchscreen. Yeah. So source, what do you have? You have Bluetooth, you have aux, FM, AM, menu, loading, you have phone connection, yes, you have camera. Yeah, okay, this one tells you what's happening around your car. This is what you mean by the 360 view camera. Yeah, that's my bags in the front and back. Yeah, then you have your tuning, your phone, your connectivity, and down here you have your aircon control. Yeah, it's 2-zone, and you can up or down the fan speed. And the dashboard, plastic. Yes, it's hard plastic. I'm perfectly fine with that because well, these type of plastics don't give way. Okay, and they will last a long time. So further down you have your electronic control for your 4-wheel drive system. 4-wheel high, then to go to 4-wheel low, you must push to go low. And now, of course, we are on two-wheel drive, and that's the rear diff lock, your hill descent control, and your hill start assist is there all the time. Then your gear shift lever, a bit of a glare here, but this is the gated lever for the plus minus is on this side, and of course you have your PRND normal, so it's a 7-speed gearbox. So up here you have a sunglass holder, and of course your light switches for your lights, and that's about it. The interior is quite simple. Yep, and down here you have a little pocket for you to keep whatever you want to keep, coins maybe. Then you have your USB connection. And of course there is a power outlet, power socket here. And that's about it. The glove compartment is down there. It's a bit, well, it'll take a couple of gloves. Not too bad. And then of course you have adjustable seat belt anchors, and there are 6 airbags because 2 curtain bags up there, 2 side bags on the seat, and of course the 2 bags in the front, one for the passenger and one on the steering for the driver. So that makes a total of 6 airbags. Now the rear view mirror looks like it's auto dim. Yep. And this is the illuminated mirror for the driver and passenger. Yes, so you have the illumination, and that just about covers the front. Let's move to the back. The back doors open quite okay, and again the leather binding here is continued, and the rest of it is still hard plastic. This is the door winder, and you have the bottle holder at the bottom. And these are the seats. The leather theme continues, and there are actually 3 headrests, which makes this a 5-seater. And of course the center headrest is a bit smaller. The seat is also a bit smaller. So I would say yes, you can sit 3 smaller size people or 2 bigger size people at the back. And if you sit with 2 people, you can enjoy yourself with the center divider there. And okay, here is the rear seat. We're going up, and leg clearance, yes. So I have about 6 inches or 5.5 inches of leg room, and down there I also have the little cubby hole to put my feet in, so no issues there. And down there I have the cubby hole to put my feet inside. That gives the space that I want. So legroom is not an issue in this vehicle. And these are the aircon louvers or aircon vents for the back passenger. Pretty good. Okay, so here we are looking at the front dashboard from the back, and this is a view of the front of the vehicle, and it looks pretty nice. So everything is neat and everything has a place and is in its place. So that's the view of the center console with the 8-inch touchscreen, and here's another view of the steering wheel and the meters. And one last thing, the handbrake is mechanical, which I like. Less hassle. So there you go, guys. That is the Nissan Navara mother trucker Pro 4X, and I think that this truck will get a lot of followers Alright guys, thanks very much for watching our video, and we hope to see you again soon. Thank you for watching. Bye bye.